Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at one of the hottest games out right now.
In fact, if you're out still Christmas shopping at this very moment watching this video, you should probably just go buy it because this is the perfect game for people new to the hobby as well as for those who've been in it for ages.
With its proven game mechanic and ongoing storyline, this game is sure to keep you playing for all of 2016.
And what game are we talking about? Pandemic Legacy, of course. Let's go ahead and review it now in our Terrible 2
Minute Review.
Pandemic Legacy is a 2 to 4 player cooperative game from Z-Man Games in which players work together in an attempt to cure 4 deadly diseases.
It's another in a new trend of legacy games where the game changes as you play and how you play affects the game for every future time you play the game.
The game takes about 12 months to complete, at least that's how they've laid it out, and each time you play is a different month. If you fail, I guess it could take you 24. You get a second attempt. What makes it a legacy game is the addition of a legacy deck, these 8 packages, and then this dossier of stickers, which is kind of like an evil advent calendar.
Because it's a legacy game, we'll probably be giving away some spoilers, but we'll try not to give away too much. As you play the game, the legacy deck will instruct you on different packages to open up and different parts of the advent calendar to open, and these will give you new tokens and components to play with, as well as stickers to adjust the rulebook and the game board and cards.
The game adds a rule that as cities have outbreaks, their panic level increases, which makes it more difficult to travel to and from the cities. So although January starts off as just a normal game of Pandemic, after just a couple of months or plays through the game, you're facing tougher diseases and really your world map changes pretty dramatically.
As the disease spreads and mutates, new characters are introduced with new powers, and those are supposed to help you out if you figure out how to use them right.
Those characters can also form relationships with each other, which gives you additional benefits that those characters can have when they're in play.
Now that we've started to give some stuff away, maybe we should start to rate it.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us what you think about the mechanics.
Well, I like how the rules and the game just gradually changes, new objectives are added, and it just slightly changes the game without ever completely straying from being Pandemic. One thing I would like to see is more explanation on some of the newer rules and the newer characters that are introduced, because it's not a game that you can really replay, so you don't have the opportunity to become familiar with some of those new elements. And that's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. Theme.
I like the theme. I think Pandemic itself, just regular Pandemic, has a great theme. I'm not really... Are there many other games out there that have to do with curing diseases?
Maybe like Operation.
So I like that. That part's great. And then the components are excellent. I mean, it's just cool to like, you know, you've got all the cubes that represent the diseases and you're moving those around. The cards are great. I like the little character dossiers. I mean, I think altogether the storyline works really well. The map art and everything else feels pretty cool. Like you kind of feel like you're in some movie where you've got to cure the disease. You know, the apocalypse is coming and you're the world's only hope. So pretty excellent. Replayability.
Being a legacy game, there's a finite limit on the number of times you can play. With Pandemic Legacy specifically, you're limited to 12 to 24 times, 12 times if you're just really good at the game. One of the things I do like about it is it's so much better than Risk Legacy, which is the only other legacy game I've really played. With Risk Legacy, one person can come in and just ruin the board for everybody else if he plays it wrong. With Pandemic, everybody's trying to work together because it's cooperative to keep the game board playable, and I really appreciate that. I also like how as you play the game, there's really this draw to come back to the table and see what's going to happen next, see what's behind door number 11. And that just makes it very replayable. What also is kind of cool is it's season 1, so we have something to look forward to if there's going to be a season 2 coming out. And one of the cool things is, big spoiler, there's some major plot twists in month 11 and 12. Will hasn't played those yet. So you have to look forward to that. It's awesome. Enjoyability.
So basically what he was saying is true. Like the replayability is what makes it so enjoyable. If you've got a game group that gets together regularly, this is an excellent game to pull back out every single time and keep going on it because you do want to see your character stay alive and you do want to find out what's behind that next advent door. It's a lot of fun that way. And then just on top of all that, Pandemic itself is an excellent game. So I don't really know anybody who doesn't like that game. If you're new to the hobby, like skip Pandemic, just jump to Pandemic Legacy. You're going to love it. If you don't, we'll give you your money back.
No, we won't. But we will give Pandemic Legacy 2 thumbs up.
Pandemic Legacy is a 2 to 4 player. You ready?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
The game has a rule that The game has a rule.
The game adds a rule that as cities have outbreaks...
How true that is.
The game adds a rule that as cities have outbreaks, they...
I just coughed. Can you start over? I'm sorry.
The game...
You ready?